You can't have an aggressive action game without some sort of finishes. So I started by adding some simple stun behavior and trying to sync up animations. My AI just kept dying first, so I just deactivated the state machine. But then I had a problem with the stun animation. And that's because I set up my animator like an idiot, so the stun ball was never going to false, so it would just go into the finisher but then go straight back to stand. And so we were finally making a little bit of progress. But the enemy wasn't moving because their root motion wasn't being applied, so I just had to toggle that on. And then I noticed the same with the player, so I had to toggle it on for the player as well. Now if you're asking, what about the unarmed combat? You're absolutely right. I haven't got any of that set up, so at the moment they use the same animations as the sword, and it doesn't make any sense. So I quickly added some extra animations for when the player hasn't got the sword equipped, and I also added a little knockback effect which you can see here. It's not perfect, but it stops the enemy AI just getting in the way and pushing you and making the animations out of sync. And then I tried to do a little bit of a cinematic camera, and this is my first attempt. You can tell it's a bit close and a bit janky, but it was doing something. I'm actually using Cinemachine and a Cinemachine target group for this so that I'm actually looking at the player and the AI's chest, or actually their head, so it gives it a bit of organic movement, whilst also framing both of the characters. But I'm going to park the camera for now because I've got a whole game to make. But we're not done with this yet, because I need to add some smoothing for when the player position gets set, and I also need to add some visual communication so that the player knows they can perform finishes. And now you can enjoy the last 30 seconds of this video watching me beat up some mannequins.